Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today going to be doing a guide for beginners for leveling up. Now there's going to be a lot to learn in this video. I tried to break it down as good as I can. If you have any questions, definitely hit me up in the comments and even refer to the comments for guidance if you have to. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so when you first come out the vault, it's not a bad idea to rest in a bed. And if you rest in here for 30 seconds, you should, or you will, get an extra 5% extra XP for an hour, and it will be called well rested. So you just sit in the bed for 30 seconds until you get that prompt in the top left corner, and then you can come out the vault. Now on your way out the vault, you should pick the commando build, because it's going to help with you ranking up, as I'm going to show in the video. And I just want to show too, you also get Reclamation Day now, which is an extra 25% extra XP for 2 hours, which is new. So keep that in mind. We're already at 30% extra XP. And we're going to make our way to Westech as soon as possible. You may need to look around the map, maybe even hop servers because there's nothing but low levels in your server, or even find an event or a team player's camp or something like that near Westech, because you don't want to be running right from Vault 76. But get to Westech as fast as you can. Now when you get here, just keep in mind, don't try to fight the super mutants outside. They will light you up very quickly and more than likely kill you. So just showing, you can go around the side here. Don't forget to join a team as well, the casual team, which is going to give you even more XP with the intelligence. And as I show here, just come around the side here and get into Westech before they start shooting you. Okay, also keep in mind to check your perks. You're not going to want Lone Wanderer on. You're going to want to exchange that for Inspirational. Level 3 if you can. You may not have a level 3, but just work your way up to level 3, as Inspirational will help you rank up faster as well. Like that's another 15% we're getting now. So we're already 30-45% out the vault. Now it is going to be a little tricky to kill the super mutants in here, but you should be able to get it done because they're such a low level. Just sneak and make sure the concentrated fire is locked on their head, and hold the critical button and the trigger button at the same time when you're going to kill the super mutants, and you will be able to run through here and kill them. And yeah, this is about the amount of XP you'll get. It's not a lot, but we definitely need to take advantage of that Reclamation Day and the well rested and everything else that we've gotten so far. We really want to, get the use out of that Reclamation Day. And I do highly recommend using lunch boxes. Yes, you do have to pay atoms for these. You don't have to use them, but I highly recommend them. You can pop up to 4 at a time to get an extra 100% extra XP. If you don't want to use them, you're just going to rank up a little bit slower. And also keep in mind, you're going to want to be going to events, public events in particular. So while you're running Westech doing this, just keep an eye out for public events. And if you see one, just go over there and hop in there. Hopefully people will pop lunchboxes. Maybe you can pop 1 or 2 lunchboxes and maybe somebody else will contribute. But more often than not, I get people just popping lunchboxes. So that's another reason to go to events, and make sure you're hitting all the enemies you can. Even if you're not killing them, just make sure you're hitting them. And then you will be able to get the XP from it as well. And again, make sure you have 4 lunchboxes popped if you're gonna, buy them. And then when you're not doing events, you can come back to Westech and just keep doing what I was showing. Keep in mind, you will need to be able to respawn the super mutants with the elevator. I will link a video in the description explaining all of this. It's called The Secrets of Westech. So that'll be able to make you respawn the super mutants from the elevator like I'm showing here. Also keep in mind, you're going to want to be ranking up your commando perks. You're going to want to get as many of these on under perception as you can. Now this is very early on. I just wanted to show you got to, start getting those perks leveled up. And again, you're going to be going down the elevator in Westech, fighting the super mutants down there, and then coming back up and just rinse and repeat. Again, I will link a video in the description called Secrets of Westech, which will explain how to reset the super mutants and how to complete the mission to make it possible. Now, by the time you hit, a little bit later, your weapon's gonna break. You might have to use a pipe weapon, so you might not want to run Westech anymore. So I suggest just keep going to those events and maybe do the main quest, whatever you got to do. If your combat rifle broke or the pipe rifle ain't working for you, don't be discouraged running Westech. Just go do the main quest and then work on going to events when you can until you get to a little bit of a higher level. Don't get discouraged. It will happen. It happened to me. My weapon broke and I just couldn't kill them anymore, which I'm going to show. And you can see how many levels I got up to 31 just from the Scorched Earth event. Now, you might not be as lucky as me, but maybe you'll get Radiation Rumble and you will even rank up more than this event. So again, make sure you're going to those events. And also, like I said, do not get discouraged if your weapons just aren't killing the super mutants at Westech. Here I am, level 30, and all I really had was a pipe rifle, so I wouldn't recommend running Westech if you don't have a great weapon at level 32 and a lot of ammo. But what you can do is you can come over to the White Springs Golf Club that I'm showing right here on the map. And what you can do is just go inside the clubhouse here and fire shots where I'm showing here just to get the ghouls' attention, because sometimes they're sleeping and you need to wake them up. Literally, they're sleeping. And what you're going to do is just get all their attention and you're going to round them up outside. You can literally run a train like Call of Duty Zombies if you really want to round them all up. But yeah, just get as many as you can out here, and then you're going to want to come over to this car here. If you go into the middle of the car and move back and forth, they won't be able to hit you. So you can just move back and forth until enough of them get out here, and then what you're going to want to do is shoot the car and explode it. So only a little bit of ammo, it doesn't matter what weapon you have, it'll be able to explode that car. I would just stand on it and kill yourself, to be honest. It's not a big deal if you're dying, and you still will get the XP. Now when you're done, just respawn back at the White Springs Golf Club, and then don't forget to go over to all the dead ghouls and collect the ammo. You're going to want to be, saving up some ammo. And we're just doing this because the Reclamation Day is still going, right? We want to maximize that XP. You can see all the XP that I'm getting from just luring ghouls over here and blowing up the car. I wasn't even on a team there, so don't forget to join a team before you do this. Also, to respawn the ghouls after you do this, you're going to want to maybe walk over to the White Springs train station here I'm showing on the map, and then when you get there, leave the server, and then join back. You'll be at the White Springs Golf Club, and then just head back over, you'll be at the train station, and then just head back over to the golf club that I'm showing here. Make sure you join a team, and then that will respawn the ghouls every time. Just don't leave the server at the golf club. And while you're doing this as well, make sure you're keeping an eye out for events to go to and tag enemies. And again, you just have to shoot them once. Someone else will kill them, and you will still get all the XP. Again, don't be discouraged if you're dying at events. It's gonna happen. So just keep at it. You want to get the most out of that Reclamation Day. Moonshine Jamboree is like one of the best events you can go to on as an early player. Tons of XP, tons of caps. Radiation Rumble's probably your best bet for getting XP and tagging enemies. If you see Radiation Rumble and you're a low-level enemy, definitely go to that and tag enemies. Now this is what my perk cards are starting to look like around level 40. You can see it's nothing special. I just got a lot of perks under Perception for Commando, Tank Killer. Make sure you're leveling those up, ladies and gentlemen. Now you can see Reclamation Day is over here for me. I got 6 minutes left and I managed to make it to level 38. You may not make it that far because you don't have lunchboxes or you just don't have all the knowledge I have of the game. So don't get discouraged. You just want to push that Reclamation Day as far as you can by doing what I showed. And when your Reclamation Day stat runs out after the 2 hours after coming out the vault, you might just want to focus on leveling up your weapons or leveling up your armor. You don't really need to focus on that when you first come out of the vault. Just do what I showed you and really focus on, leveling up, blowing up that car and going to events, because you just want to maximize that Reclamation Day. It's an extra 25% extra XP. I can't stress that enough. Now here's what my perk cards are starting to look like at this point, so we're over level 40 now, just to give you a little idea of what we're going for here. Now, you may not want to run West Tech still, so I highly recommend coming over to Morgantown here. The airstrip and the train yard is full of Scorched. They're a way easier enemy to kill, and they will give you, decent weapon drops for you to scrap weapons so you can learn the mods for even better weapons. So a little bit better than the Super Mutants, and you can do the same trick to respawn these guys. Maybe just go to the train station and then come back. You can't be in the same area you leave. And I just want to point out too, if you do want to start running West Tech again, which I highly recommend, a railway rifle is your best bet, but you will need a set of combat armor with the Brotherhood of Steel mod and the ultra light build mod if you're gonna go full health. You will need the AP for the railway rifle, as the recoil is horrible and you're gonna want to use VATS. So these are the perk cards and the setup that I have for full health running West Tech for a beginner player with a railway rifle. And you can see that it's not a problem to kill the Super Mutant. She'll have more than a bit of AP. Just make sure you have that ultralight mod on the combat armor. I will link a video in the description explaining how to get the combat armor, and to get the mods on it you can just scrap the armor. So you may have to craft it, you may have to find it. And you can see I'm having no problem killing the Super Mutants here with a full health build and a railway rifle. You just have to make sure you got everything in you can to getting that extra AP, which is what the ultralight build will do for you. Now, this is where it's going to be getting a little bit informative, a lot of information here. So, with a full set of unyielding armor, it doesn't even have to be a set, like you can have mix match like I do here. It will greatly help you for ranking up and AP. So I highly recommend you get a full set of unyielding armor. Start saving any unyielding armor that you find. You could even start rolling for it. These are all the XP buffs that you can take advantage of. Blessing of the True Mothman is the Scarberry ally, a leader bobblehead, an intelligence boost from the Derby machine, Kindred Spirit sleeping in your bed, which we showed at the beginning, Live and Love 3 magazine because I'm a herbivore, which will buff the brain bombs, and the Cranberry Relish there to give you even more XP. That's usually 7 intelligence and 25% extra XP, and very well rested with all the lunch boxes. You're also going to want to have Egghead for the extra intelligence, as that helps you rank up faster, Herd Mentality, and maybe Herbivore or even Carnivore. Either one will work. You will need a Backwoodsman 3 instead of the Live and Love 3 if you're going to want to go the Carnivore route. I know this is a lot of information, but I will link a playlist and videos in the description explaining all these XP buffs a little bit more. And I just wanted to show you with the unyielding armor and the XP buffs, you can see here I have pretty much infinite AP, and I'm getting like 2,000 plus XP a Super Mutant kill. So it's a lot to learn, it's a lot to take on. Maybe just start trying to do one of these XP and intelligent buffs a little bit at a time. Maybe one at a time, I was going to say. And before you know it, you will be level 100. Don't expect to get this all done in one day. This is quite the learning curve. And like I said, I will link all those videos in the description, and just maybe tackle a little bit at a time and add all the buffs you can a little bit at a time. Here is the perk cards that I'm using. If you're gonna go the unyielding route, you're gonna want Nerd Rage on, as you won't need a lot of extra AP. I would substitute Rejuvenate It for Radicool as well. I was showing Rejuvenate It there in the perk cards, so yeah, throw on Radicool just to, mix that up. I really hope this video helps, some of you new players rank up. This is really the best you can do until you work up to all those XP buffs and run West Tech. And again, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.